The past is a collection of memories, some treasured, others painful. But there comes a time when you must leave the shadows of what was and step into the light of the present. The events that didn't unfold as you envisioned, the circumstances that now only exist in your mind's eye, they belong to the past. They are not your present reality, and they do not dictate your future unless you allow them to. It's time to release them, to let go if you truly desire freedom. The first step towards freedom is breaking free from the chains that bind you to your past. We often trap ourselves within walls of our own making, clinging to moments that no longer serve us, replaying scenarios that cannot be changed. This mental imprisonment keeps us in the dark, hindering our ability to see new possibilities. To truly see the light, to move forward with clarity and purpose, you must cease dwelling in the shadows of yesterday. Letting go is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to your strength, your ability to overcome and thrive. When you carry the burdens of the past, you weigh yourself down, making each step forward more arduous. Imagine walking through life with a heavy backpack filled with regrets, grudges, and painful memories. Each day, this weight grows heavier, slowing your progress, draining your energy, and dimming your spirit. The only way to lighten your load is to release what's inside. Unpack your backpack and set those burdens down, freeing yourself from the unnecessary weight of what you cannot change. The moment you choose to release it all, you'll discover that your journey becomes easier, your steps lighter, and your future brighter. If you want to prevent those who wronged you from holding power over your life, the solution is simple. Let go. Holding on to anger, resentment, or a desire for revenge only allows the past to linger, poisoning your present and future. It's akin to allowing a thief into your home and letting them stay without paying rent, slowly stealing your peace, joy, and happiness. Why would you permit such an invasion in your own mind? Just as you protect your physical space, you must guard your mental space with the same vigilance. Let go of the thoughts that steal your joy and reclaim your mind as a sanctuary of peace. When confronted with conflict or confrontation, resist the urge to let it take root in your mind. These moments do not deserve the power to overshadow the rest of your day. Let them go. Someone may have wronged you, but you have the power to decide whether their actions will influence your life. If you allow their negativity to spread within you like a virus, it will infect every aspect of your life, diminishing your quality of life in ways you may not even realize. The most effective form of revenge is not retaliation, but moving on, letting go, and living well. It demonstrates true strength and courage to relinquish the need for retribution and instead focus on creating your best life. Life is unpredictable and rarely unfolds exactly as we plan, but this is not unique to you. It's the human experience. We all encounter setbacks, disappointments, and challenges. What sets apart those who live extraordinary lives is not luck, but their ability to move on quickly. They understand that dwelling on the negative only anchors them in unhappiness. They let go of what didn't work out and redirect their focus to what they can do right now to create a better outcome. They don't seek sympathy or wallow in self-pity. Instead, they actively seek out the positive and let go of the negative. Don't betray your future by clinging to your past. The past is over, and it cannot be changed, rewritten, or undone. What lies ahead is brimming with potential, but only if you fully commit to it. If you continue to hold on to past grievances, your future will suffer. It's crucial to understand this. The person who suffers most when you refuse to let go is you. You remain trapped in a cycle of pain, unable to fully embrace life. But when you choose to release the past, you unlock the door to a future filled with possibilities, peace, and fulfillment. Richard Carlson, the renowned author, once said, "The key to a good life is this. If you're not going to talk about something during the last hour of your life, don't make it a top priority during your lifetime." This profound statement reminds us that many of the things we stress over, the grievances we hold on to, and the battles we choose to fight are ultimately insignificant in the grand scheme of our lives. Ask yourself, will this matter when I'm looking back on my life? If the answer is no, then it's time to let it go. Instead, focus on what truly matters. Love or... Kuy, so living a life that you can be proud of in the end. Letting go is not about forgetting or dismissing the past. It's about releasing its hold on you so you can move forward without encumbrances. It's about understanding that your past does not define you unless you allow it to. You have the power to shape your future, but only if you are willing to let go of what no longer serves you. Embrace the present, look forward to the future, and remember that the best is yet to come if you are brave enough to let go and move on. Consider the wisdom of advice that urges us to let go of our rigid expectations and embrace a different perspective on happiness. The ego, with its persistent demands, often whispers, "I will be happy when everything falls perfectly into place." It convinces us that happiness is a destination reached only when life's puzzle pieces align just right. But deep down, your soul knows better. True happiness isn't a result of perfection. Rather, it's the catalyst that creates a sense of perfection in our lives. We have to acknowledge that life will never be flawless. Circumstances will rarely match our ideal visions, and that's okay. What matters most is the state of our mind and heart. If you can cultivate a mindset that seeks and finds happiness from within, regardless of external conditions, you'll discover that everything is, in its own way, perfect. This perspective allows us to understand that every experience, no matter how challenging, has its place and purpose. Everything happens for a reason. And when we reach this understanding, we find a profound sense of peace. So, choose to be happy. Make it a priority. Do whatever it takes to find and nurture your happiness. Not because life is devoid of problems, but because you choose to see the good that exists in every moment. Happiness isn't about living in a perfect world. It's about recognizing the beauty and wonder in the world as it is. It's about seeing life itself as a miracle, even when circumstances are less than ideal. Albert Einstein once remarked, "There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, and the other is as though everything is." His words remind us that our perception shapes our reality. If we choose to view life as a series of miracles, we begin to see miracles everywhere. Personally, I know which perspective I want to embrace. I choose to live in a space where everything is a miracle, where every breath is a gift, and every day is an opportunity to find joy and gratitude. What about you? How do you choose to perceive your life? One of the most powerful tools we have in this journey toward happiness and inner peace is forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not about condoning what happened or pretending that the wrongs done to us were okay. Rather, forgiveness is about accepting that the past is unchangeable. It's about giving up the hope that things could have been different. When we forgive, we release ourselves from the burden of holding on to past pain, anger, and resentment. For a long time, I believed that forgiveness meant accepting what had happened to me as if it were justified. But I came to understand that forgiveness is about acknowledging that what happened, happened. It doesn't mean that it was right or fair, but it does mean accepting it as part of the past. Once we accept this reality, the question becomes, what do I do now? Forgiveness is about releasing the hope that the past could be altered. It's about letting go of the wish that things could have been different and moving forward without the weight of those past grievances. This realization has been transformative for me. It allowed me to grow into a better version of myself, unburdened by grudges or unresolved anger. This freedom is available to all of us. When we let go of the past, we stop allowing it to hold us hostage. We free ourselves from being prisoners to our own history. There is an old story that beautifully illustrates this point, a story of two monks on a pilgrimage. As they journeyed, they came upon a young girl, no more than 17, who was struggling to cross a muddy road. She wore a long kimono and was hesitant to step into the mud. One of the monks, without hesitation, picked her up, carried her across the road, and set her down on the other side. The monks continued their journey in silence, practicing noble silence for several hours. As they neared their destination, the other monk finally spoke. He chastised his companion, saying, "You know that as monks, we are not supposed to even touch women. You shouldn't have picked up that girl." The first monk simply replied, "Are you still carrying that girl? I put her down hours ago." This story serves as a powerful metaphor for how we often carry the past with us far longer than necessary. The second monk held on to the incident in his mind, burdened by it for hours. while the first monk had already moved on. The human mind has a remarkable tendency to cling to the past, to replay events, and hold on to grievances. But just as the first monk let go of the girl as soon as he set her down, we too have the choice to release the burdens of our past. Forgiveness, then, is not just about letting go of the past. It's about freeing ourselves to live fully in the present. It's about choosing not to carry unnecessary burdens, about putting down the weight that hinders our progress and keeps us from experiencing true happiness. The past has no power over us unless we give it that power. By letting go, we reclaim our freedom and open ourselves up to the endless possibilities of the present and future. In conclusion, life is not about waiting for perfection to find happiness. It's about choosing happiness in the midst of imperfection. It's about seeing the good, embracing the miracles, and forgiving the past so that it no longer holds us back. We all have the power to let go of what doesn't serve us, to release the burdens we've been carrying, and to step into a life of peace, joy, and fulfillment. The choice is ours to make. So what will you choose? Blaming others for the hardships we face in life is a habit that can be all too easy to fall into. It's a natural reaction to look at those who have wronged us and think, if it weren't for them, I'd be happier. Or if they hadn't done that, I'd have more money, more success, and be where I want to be in life. These thoughts are common, and many people find themselves caught in a cycle of blame, continuously pointing fingers long after the person who hurt them has left their lives. But here's the truth. Blaming others is a way of avoiding the responsibility we have for our own lives. It's easier to hold on to blame than to face the difficult task of moving on. Yet, those who choose to take ownership of their lives, those who decide to let go of blame and move forward, are the ones who ultimately find freedom, success, and happiness. This isn't about ignoring or excusing the wrongs done to us. There are indeed people who have caused harm, and it's important to acknowledge that. But clinging to blame only keeps us anchored to the past, allowing those who wronged us to continue holding power over our lives. Ask yourself, who truly benefits when you keep blaming others for your situation? The answer is no one. Not you, not them. But when you choose to release the blame, to forget about those who have wronged you, and focus on creating the best life you can, you reclaim your power. You take control of your narrative and open the door to a brighter future. Blame them for the pain they caused, but don't blame them for what you haven't accomplished. Yes, they may have hurt you, but they also pushed you to grow, to become stronger, and to realize what you truly want in life. They may have brought challenges into your life, but those challenges can be transformed into lessons that guide you toward greater wisdom and resilience. It's easy to curse the world for bringing difficult people into your life. But there's another perspective. Be grateful for the strength and understanding you have gained as a result. When you accept that if they had known better, they would have done better, you start to release the heavy burden of blame. Imagine how liberating it feels to remove that weight from your shoulders, to redirect your energy towards building a future filled with promise and potential. Letting go is not just about forgiving others. It's about freeing yourself. It's about moving forward with the baggage of the past without the constant reminders of who hurt you and how. The best form of revenge isn't to retaliate or to stay stuck in a cycle of anger and blame. The best revenge is to live well, to create the best version of yourself, and to focus on your own growth and happiness. In the end, life is too short to be spent carrying the burdens of blame. Every moment spent blaming others is a moment lost in building the life you deserve. Let go of the past, embrace the present, and move confidently toward the future. By doing so, you reclaim your power, your peace, and your happiness. Move forward, never look back, and know that the best version of yourself is just ahead, waiting for you to let go and see it.